because this is a really, really cool day. Today we're breaking ground on a brand new Loews Kansas City Convention Hotel, which will mark a new chapter in this downtown Kansas City. This new beginning is the culmination of dedication of a lot of people working very hard from the city of Kansas City, Missouri, civic organizations, local businesses, the Loews brand, and all the people associated with Loews. And you're going to have an opportunity to hear from a lot of folks today, many of whom are seated on this stage. And I want to tell you that for everyone who said it wouldn't happen, couldn't happen, shouldn't happen, sorry, you were wrong. So I'd like to take a moment to introduce all of the folks here on the dais to you. To my far left is Mr. Constantine Dennis, the Senior Vice President of Development of Loews Hotels Co, better known as Costa. Mr. Tim O'Byrne, a partner in KC Hotel Developers LLC. Mr. Steve Ratner, a partner at KC Hotel Developers LLC. Mr. Andrew Tisch, a co-chair and chairman of the board of Loews Corporation, and Jonathan Tisch, the co-chairman of the board of Loews Corporation and chairman and CEO of Loews Hotels Co. We have Paul Needland, the president of the Midwest Division of J.E. Dunn. I skipped CC Rojas. I looked over, I was expecting hair, didn't see it. CC Rojas, Tico Productions and Tico Sports, and the chair of Visit KC. Troy Schulte, the city manager and a man who would still be playing football if it wasn't for bad knees. Randy Landis, the Director of Finance for the City of Kansas City, who, believe me, made sure that the numbers were right. And last, but certainly not least, Mike Burke, the CEO of Mike Burke LLC. From day one, from the first minute of day one, it was Mike Burke who championed this project. And for that, he deserves all of our thanks. And now I'd like to introduce Mr. Alex Tisch.
Last spring, nearly a year ago, our Loews Hotels Co development team said they had something brewing in Kansas City. The team explained the project. The city has this great convention center, however, they lacked a new 4+ star hotel to complement it. There are hotels nearby, but in order to ensure maximum competitiveness against other great American convention cities, Kansas City really needed a top-of-the-line brand new hotel. When I got off the plane, it took me no time to understand how incredibly fantastic this project is, and why we were the perfect partner to do it. Kansas City needed a long-term partner to invest in, develop, and operate a best-in-class convention hotel. Loews Hotels has a storied history in owning and operating convention-style hotels and a track record of partnering with municipalities. We felt a potential partnership was a perfect match and an opportunity we were not willing to let go of.
Alex called me some 6 or 7 months ago and said, John, I think you need to get to Kansas City. There is a very exciting opportunity there. And we're a fairly small company. We currently have 24 properties. So when you think of the big names in lodging, they've got 5,000, 6,000 hotels. They've got 1 million rooms. But we're really happy at 24 hotels, some 13,000 rooms, because that allows us to understand creating partnerships. Alex mentioned that word in his remarks, partnerships. That is at the cornerstone of everything that we do at Loews Hotels. We take the time, we really invest in understanding our clients and why they're going to stay at the Loews Kansas City Hotel. Whether it's for an association meeting, a corporate gathering, whether you're traveling with your partner, your spouse, or your kids, and you're coming to see the great demand generators that exist in this city, we understand who our client is and why they're going to be attracted to what is being built on this site. 800 rooms, 65,000 square feet of dedicated meeting space. So that's the first group that we understand. The second group that we partner with are our team members. Once again, we're fairly small, but we have 10,000 team members, 10,000 men and women who every single day make a commitment to creating an environment that our guests are comfortable in. When they leave the safety and security of their home, they have a reason to travel. And they come to a Loews Hotel, and every single day, our team members are committed to exceeding their expectations, creating that environment, and the same will happen right here in Kansas City. So not only are you going to see a couple hundred construction jobs over the next 2 years, but there will be some 600 to 650 permanent jobs at the Loews Kansas City Hotel for the men and women of Kansas City to take care of their families, send their kids to school, and be proud of their employer, Loews Hotels. We can't do this without all of you. We don't just want to be a building that is architecturally sound, that has amazing interiors. We want the building to be more than glass and steel and concrete and a lobby and a fitness center. We want the building to be actually part of a vibrant community that you all have spent generations creating right here in Kansas City. We promise you, as we stand here today on March 1st, 2018, that we are going to be your neighbor. We will take the time to understand the issues. We look forward to working with community groups, because that is what we do at Loews Hotels. We learned it from our parents. We have it embedded in us. We understand our responsibility to the communities where we operate our properties, and that will certainly be the case here in Kansas City. We come into these opportunities and we only want to be in business with the best, the finest, with men and women of integrity, and that is certainly the case. Last night we had what is known in the finance world as a closing dinner. And I commented about all the work that went into closing the documents to make sure that the funds were there so that we can start this project, so that the hard work of all the men and women who will be here for the next 2 years will actually happen. But as I noted, it's ironic that you use the term closing dinner, because really it was the opening dinner. It was the opening dinner of what will become part of the landscape here in Kansas City. We look forward to working with the fellow hoteliers in town, the men and the women at the other flags who we have such respect for, creating an environment where all of Kansas City will benefit. It's an opening dinner because we are now under construction. We're starting to get that energy, the excitement, and the phone is ringing. It's an opening dinner because we're going to create opportunities for people to have a career in the lodging industry right here in Kansas City, your neighbors. And it was an opening dinner because we now have proof that after many, many years of incredible hard work, Loews Kansas City Hotel is a reality.
The Loews Kansas City Convention Center Hotel is a game changer for our city and industry. From a tourism standpoint, this new property dramatically impacts how we market and sell the city to meeting planners, leisure travelers, sports groups, and more. As a result, this new hotel will help spur millions of dollars in economic impact and further improve the quality of life for our citizens and our future employees. And even though construction has just begun, I'm happy to report that our convention clients are already taking note. The American Association of Laboratory Animal Science was the first group to choose Kansas City because of this new property. Since then, several other groups have followed suit, including conventions from the medical, agricultural, science, and religious sectors. This glimmering architectural crown jewel is just the latest example of Kansas City's undeniable momentum. From the voters' approval of the new single terminal at KCI to the success of the streetcar, Kansas City is redefining the visitor experience. This new hotel offering will enable us to continue raising the bar in downtown Kansas City.
I don't want to go too far with this because it's very easy to get stuck in the moment and forget the past. But I will say this again. If it hadn't been for the work of Kay Barnes, who envisioned this hotel and built downtown, I don't know that we'd be standing up here taking bows. She took the arrows. We're getting the fruits from some of her labor. We have made Kansas City a better place to work, live, and play. And now it's time to invite the world in to join us. We're on track to build a brand new single terminal airport, making it easier for people to visit. It's not lost on me that the effort to get the airport and the effort to build a hotel are both 6 years old and both coming to fruition at about the same time. We might be slow, but we get the job done. With this convention hotel, we'll have the ability to bring people in from all over the world to our city and give them a neat place to stay. When we were chasing the Republican National Convention, they loved Kansas City, but they were complaining a little bit about our hotels. And the one question that got me, that I wish we had Loews involved in before, that one question that got me was when they said, Mayor, where do you think we ought to put up our billionaire high rollers? And I said, well, I can give you a couple of suggestions. They said, that's not what they're used to. And that's unfortunate. I think now everything has stepped up. We have this entire process. Our hotels have all stepped up and renovated and done things, and we're bringing new things in. This is a great hotel environment now. And it's all because the hoteliers and the people working in the industry have decided to make it so. So I appreciate everything that our folks in the hospitality industry have done for this city and what you're continuing to do, because without your efforts, we wouldn't be anywhere. And bringing Loews into the fold and other things coming into the fold just makes us all richer and better for it. This project is a shining example of what we can achieve when we remember one very basic thing. If we're not working together, we're fighting. And if we're fighting, we're not accomplishing. So I think when you look around Kansas City today, you know that we've been working together and not fighting. And that is a tribute to the quality of people in the city, the quality of leadership in the city manager's office, the quality of the partners that we choose to associate with, and the quality of the people sitting in this room and other rooms like this that are committed to making Kansas City the absolute best place possible. Now, I want to take just a minute to thank a man who's really been a true champion of this project. When we flipped at the election in 2011 and I lost and he won, it's worked out. But Mike has dedicated the last 6.5 years to this project and to making this vision a reality. And I will tell you, a lot of you don't know how many trips he made to our office, how many times it looked like we were stalled, how many roadblocks were thrown up, how many people said we couldn't do it, we shouldn't do it, we can't do it, whatever. And every single time we found a way to get over the hump, and every single time Mike was right there to help us find a way to get over the hump. He championed this. It was a long gestation period, Mike, but I'm glad you finally gave birth. And thanks in part to his commitment and vision and his willingness to constantly look to upgrade and upsell, he brought in a great partner in Loews, and the owner-operator community partner that they will be is absolutely astounding. It's not something that we take lightly that they are in the convention business. They will help us bring more people into town, which will help everybody who has a hotel or an eatery or a place to buy things, and it will be good for this city. The city's partnership as Loews is what public partnerships can and should be. And we couldn't be more thrilled to have Loews and their commitment here. We want to thank you for it. And now it is time for us to show the world what we got. And as they say at Visit KC, this is how we do KC. And ladies and gentlemen, we need to break some ground.